Imagine for a moment that the key to unlocking your sharpest mind, your brightest mood, and your most resilient memory is not hidden away in some futuristic laboratory. It's not sealed in a pill or prescribed in a doctor's office. Instead, it lies in a place you visit every single day, your kitchen. The science emerging from the world's top research centers is painting a revolutionary picture. The health of your mind is intimately, intricately, and unbreakably linked to the health of your gut. This discovery is reshaping how we understand memory, mood, and mental clarity, and it puts the power back into your hands, right where you prepare your meals. For generations, we've been taught to think of the brain as the grand conductor of the body's symphony, issuing commands while the rest of us follows. The gut, we were told, was just the passive recipient, digesting, absorbing, excreting, but little more. But as the microscopes have zoomed in and the data has piled up, a new narrative has emerged. Your gut is not just a passive tube. It's an active, dynamic, and deeply influential organ, home to a bustling metropolis of trillions of bacteria, viruses, and fungi. This invisible world, known as your gut microbiome, is so powerful that scientists have dubbed the gut the second brain. This is not just a catchy phrase. The gut has its own nervous system, a web of over 100 million neurons, more than in your spinal cord. This network is in constant communication with your brain, sending signals through the vagus nerve, through hormones, and even through your immune system. It's a two-way street, with messages flowing up and down, shaping everything from your cravings to your emotions, from your focus to your sleep. In some ways, your gut's voice is even louder and more persistent than your brain's. Think about the last time you felt anxious before a big event, or the way your stomach churns when you're under pressure. Those gut feelings are not just metaphors, they are direct messages from your second brain, influencing your mood, your decisions, and your sense of well-being. But what happens when this critical system is thrown out of balance? Modern life is filled with gut disruptors. Highly processed foods, chronic stress, antibiotics, and erratic sleep can all damage the delicate balance of your microbiome. When this happens, the tight barrier that separates your gut from your bloodstream, the intestinal lining, can become leaky. This allows harmful molecules, known as endotoxins, to escape into your blood, triggering inflammation throughout your body. This silent fire doesn't just make you feel tired or unwell, it can cross the blood-brain barrier, the fortress meant to protect your brain, and begin to interfere with your memory, your focus, and your emotional resilience. Scientists are now connecting the dots between gut health and some of the most feared disorders of our time. Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, anxiety, and depression are no longer seen as mysteries of the mind alone. Increasingly, they are understood as disorders of the gut-brain axis. In one groundbreaking study, researchers at King's College London compared the gut bacteria of people with Alzheimer's disease to those of healthy adults. They found that the Alzheimer's group had a distinct inflammatory microbiome. Even more astonishing, when those gut microbes were transplanted into healthy mice, the animals began to show signs of memory loss and brain inflammation. The implication is profound. By changing your gut, you may be able to change the destiny of your brain. But for many scientists, this journey is not just academic. It's deeply personal. Dr. Pat Nandy, renowned physician and author of The Gut-Brain Connection, was propelled into this field after a family tragedy. His father, a brilliant scientist himself, suffered a massive stroke, losing not only his mobility, but the clarity and sharpness that once defined him. Watching this decline, Dr. Nandy was gripped by a singular mission: to find new ways to protect the brain before decline begins. What he discovered in the world of microbiome research could change how we all age and how we approach our own health forever. One of the most surprising findings from the last decade is that each of us carries a unique microbial fingerprint in our gut. The Human Microbiome Project, a vast international effort, has cataloged over 500 different species of bacteria living inside us. These microbes outnumber our own human cells, and they interact with our genes, our diet, and our environment in ways we are only beginning to understand. In some cases, your gut microbiome may have a bigger impact on your health than your own DNA. So what does all this mean for you sitting down to your next meal? It means that every bite you take is not just feeding you, It's feeding your microbiome. Every food choice is a vote for the kinds of bacteria you want to thrive inside you, and by extension, the kind of brain you want to have. The good news is that you have more control than you might think. The Mediterranean diet, celebrated for its heart-healthy benefits, is now emerging as a champion for brain health as well. Its foundation is simple: fresh leafy greens and colorful vegetables, whole grains, legumes, healthy fats like olive oil, and fatty fish such as salmon and sardines. It's a diet rich in fiber, which acts as fertilizer for your good bacteria, and packed with anti-inflammatory compounds that shield your brain from harm. Herbs and spices like turmeric and ginger, long used in traditional medicine, have been shown to reduce inflammation and support both gut and brain health. Red meat and processed foods are minimized, and meals are centered on whole, unprocessed ingredients. But it's not just what you eat, it's how you eat. Fermented foods, kimchi, miso, kombucha, plain yogurt, are natural sources of probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that can help restore and diversify your microbiome. Specific strains like lactobacillus have been linked in studies to better memory and improved mood. Including even small amounts of these foods in your daily routine can tip the balance in favor of a healthier gut and, by extension, a healthier mind. Intermittent fasting, another ancient practice now supported by modern research, gives your gut a chance to rest and repair. The popular 16-8 plan, fasting for 16 hours and eating within an 8-hour window, triggers autophagy, a cellular cleanup process. It reduces inflammation, improves metabolic health, and supports a more diverse microbiome. You can adjust the window to fit your lifestyle, but the key is consistency. Giving your body a regular break from digestion allows your gut and brain to communicate more clearly and efficiently. Of course, not all foods are created equal when it comes to gut health. Processed meats, deep-fried foods, and ultra-processed snacks disrupt your microbiome and stoke the fires of inflammation. Foods cooked at very high temperatures can create neurotoxins, compounds like heterocyclic amines, which have been found in higher levels in the brains of people with Parkinson's disease. Limiting these foods isn't just about weight or cholesterol, it's about protecting your mind for years to come. Cooking at home is a powerful act of self-care. When you prepare your own meals, you know exactly what's going into your body. You're more likely to choose whole ingredients, to use fresh herbs and spices, and to include the fiber-rich foods that your gut bacteria crave. Home cooking also has emotional benefits. Sharing a meal with loved ones builds bonds, sparks joy, and creates a sense of purpose. Even the act of chopping, stirring, and seasoning can be meditative, grounding you in the present moment and easing stress. But the gut-brain connection doesn't end at the dinner table. Even your sleep position matters. New research suggests that sleeping on your side supports the glymphatic system, the brain's overnight cleaning crew. This system clears out waste and toxins that accumulate during the day, protecting your brain from the buildup of damaging proteins. Side sleeping also reduces acid reflux and supports healthy digestion, creating a virtuous cycle of gut and brain health. This new understanding of the gut-brain axis is ushering in a new era of hope. For decades, diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's have felt like unstoppable forces, striking without warning and robbing families of precious memories. But now, scientists see them differently, not as inevitable declines, but as disorders that may be influenced by what happens in the gut, years or even decades before symptoms appear. By nurturing your microbiome, you are not just protecting your memory, you are building resilience, energy, and emotional strength. Best of all, you don't need expensive supplements or elaborate interventions to start. You just need to return to the basics: colorful plates, mindful cooking, and small, intentional shifts in your daily routine. Here's a simple plan to get you started. Begin by cooking at home more often, even if it's just a few nights a week. Focus on meals built around plants, whole grains, and healthy fats. Experiment with new vegetables, try different herbs and spices, and invite friends or family to join you. Add fermented foods to your shopping list. Start with a spoonful of yogurt, a serving of sauerkraut, or a glass of kombucha. Consider trying intermittent fasting once or twice a week, choosing a window that fits your schedule. Notice how you feel. Are you more focused, more energetic, less bloated? Pay attention not just to what you eat, but to how it makes you feel. physically, mentally, and emotionally. When you sleep, try resting on your side, giving your brain the best chance to detoxify and recover. Notice the difference in your energy, your mood, and your mental clarity. These changes may seem small, but their impact is profound. Each one is a step toward a healthier gut, a sharper mind, and a more vibrant life. Over time, these habits build on each other, creating a foundation for resilience that will serve you for decades to come. If this message resonates with you, consider sharing it with someone you care about. Invite them to cook with you, to try a new recipe, or to walk this path of discovery together. Our health journeys are not meant to be walked alone. They are richer, more joyful, and more sustainable when shared. And as you move forward, remember, the voice that guides you is not just your heart or your mind. Sometimes it's your gut, a wise, ancient, and deeply attuned partner in your journey toward health. So the next time you stand in your kitchen, chopping vegetables or stirring a pot, know that you are taking care of so much more than your stomach. You are nurturing a hidden brain in your belly, a partner in every thought, every memory, and every emotion. You are building a future in which mental clarity, emotional balance, and lasting memory are not just possible, they are within your reach. Stay curious, stay strong, and keep listening to that quiet, persistent voice inside. Your brain is worth it. Your life is worth it. And it all begins with the simple, powerful choices you make every day, right from your kitchen.